Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Libra reading. The new moon is on the 14th of October in the morning, and it coincides with the solar eclipse, which is amplifying the energy of the new moon into the surrounding weeks. You're likely to feel it now and into the future as far as up to 6 months. So that could take us into 2024. I have laid out the past, present, future. I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go into the reading, because I am trying to keep us in the present moment and phase out this idea of predictive tarot, which I do not believe is its spiritual value for most of you. I am going to create an extended reading from this reading, and I will link it in the description box below. So if you're enjoying this reading as you watch it, please consider liking this video, sharing this with someone who might find it useful, commenting below. I enjoy the comments immensely. That's my main feedback from you. And subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Thank you so much for all the support I receive from you. So Gemini, your overall energy is the 8 of Wands. This is about fast movement. And Gemini, as you are a natural communicator, you are a natural processor. The way you learn, the way you take in information, and the way you share information is naturally highlighted for you. This puts the information and the connections you're making now, emphasizing your recreation, your pleasure among your peers, your ability to create, to be creative as part of a community or a team. And so the information you're receiving may be focusing on issues of pleasure, enjoyment, socializing. It's also perhaps concerning children, your children, students, or your parents on the other side of the spectrum. This is about receiving the information that you've been reaching out for a while. So it is a time of excitement, of inspiration, of unexpected collaborations, and all are generally vibing to the ways in which we are enjoying and improving our relationships. In the past, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Sun card, and the Devil card. I believe that you are in a place, you've created an opportunity for yourself to authentically express and share your basic talents, your naturally occurring skills, those things you do well and you take immense pleasure in doing. You may be creating an event that's focused on this, and it's interesting because part of the motivation to creating this opportunity or event for yourself is this sense of conforming to some norm, some way in which you are perceived or are expected to behave that is somewhat overshadowing this opportunity for you. I'm trying to get more information about what this particular new beginning is for you. It's an opportunity to build something long lasting. It's something you have control over or want to have control over. You want to groom this towards things that reflect your skills, your powers, your best self, your greatest talents, the things that you share with others in a joyful way. But there is an issue here of wresting control around this particular opportunity so that you are claiming this particular event or occurrence or opportunity on your terms. In the present, we have the Queen of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Hangman. I'm now getting a sense that this particular opportunity that you have manifested for yourself, that you are creating, this new beginning that you're calling in to highlight your greater skills, your greater pleasure and joy in the company or you keep or the work you do, is a kind of last hurrah or last bow to the powers that have existed in your life, perhaps the powers that continue to be in your life. There's a sense of release here, or a sense that you're choosing between two different paths. And part of the way that you're making that decision is in an honest assessment around who you are. You are taking a step back in order to look at the ways in which you are healing from this experience of complying to the rules, playing the game according to the rules of the game, that you are perhaps have overindulged in some aspect of the power that you have, and recognize now that it's a time for a purging. There's a sense that you are taking care of yourself, that you're looking after your own needs after a big public display or social event that has required a lot from you. And it's required a kind of stepping out and declaring yourself in a way that has taken a tremendous toll on you. It's a positive move. I see this as something that is to your greater benefit. It is contributing to your healing. It's contributing to the sense that you no longer need to follow someone else's rules completely, or you're assessing the damage that has occurred to you as the result of playing the games by someone else's rules. And this is really a hard decision for you to make. There is a decision here. There is a choice that's amplified by the Devil card for sure. But making the decision, and this can be as simple as moving away from a family business, a business in which you've prospered, grown, perhaps enjoyed, gained some notoriety, or exercised some power. This is something that you are actually needing to step back from and adjust your perspective. You realize you have to look at things differently. You're choosing between two sets of beliefs, two ideas that diverge around what the truth is, what is worthy of your investment, and how you want to be inspired moving forward. Feels like a pulling away from something that has done well for you or done well for your family, your tribe, the business that you've been involved in, the work you've been doing. There's a need to address your own happiness, your own expression. In the future, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, there's a strong sense of being pulled apart. You have three eights here. Eights, of course, are the numbers of success, their hard work, their discipline. And I see you focusing more on refining and perfecting your own skills and abilities. I see you investing in your personal development. There's something in this experience of the past that gave you a lot of pleasure, but did not give you the sense of accomplishment or fulfillment that you're now looking at. There has been a powerful influence on you from this particular kind of employment you're engaged in. This can be two or more companies or offers that you're receiving, a kind of competition for your energy, your considerable energy and talent. And there's a direction you want to go in, but it is less familiar and it requires you to do more, whereas what you perhaps have been doing and have the opportunity to continue doing is something that's more familiar, that comes more easily. However, there's an idea for you around control, around what the ultimate values are that you're promoting. What is the mission of the organization? And I'm thinking organization because the devil represents for me the way things have been done. And you have benefited from that. But there looks to be an opportunity that's pulling you in another direction. And you've done a lot of research on this. You've looked into this quite deeply. The other possible scenario is that you have felt compelled to pursue or follow the opportunity that keeps you engaged in the more conventional exercise, employment, engagement, way that you're participating, in which it has required, in order to take control in the way that you would like. It's requiring you to do more work, to contemplate the greater responsibility that you have moving forward if you are to shift the direction of this particular enterprise, company, community effort, project in the direction that you want. It requires you to reevaluate the opportunities for you to be truer to your natural calling, to take on a different level of responsibility for the members of your team, and for you to make some considerable shifts that require you to be the model of what your expectations are. And so there's a sort of greater personal responsibility involved here in the decision that you are to make. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Cups with the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So there's a lot here about your creativity, your creative potential. And it feels like an exploration of how to develop that in a way that is responsible to the relationships you have. I don't see you cutting out relationships or eliminating relationships. I see you more balancing your need to discover and explore more aspects of your creativity, your emotional landscape, where the emphasis may have been on outer resources, the achievement of material success. And that may be, has left you feeling that you've missed out on an aspect of yourself that is calling to you, that reflects something about your natural talents, your natural abilities, a place where you're happy, where you work easily with others. You bring a lot of joy to others in this particular setting, or this is the possibility that is driving, this is the motivation, I should say, that's driving this new opportunity you see, and the way in which you can reshape this opportunity to be more fulfilling. But it's going to take a lot more time than what you had I don't think this is something you're thinking about so much as something you're feeling is a calling, is a necessity. Reshaping some great, phenomenal resource opportunity you have for a change in lifestyle, one that will vibe much more clearly with the direction that you're going to, and your intent on building a successful, long-lasting resource, tool, project, enterprise, business, organization, something that has to be, in your experience or your desire, intention from the inside out. And I'm not sure what that might mean to you, Gemini, but I'd be very interested to know. I'm going to pull an oracle card for the Queen of Cups to see if we can get a little more information about what this pulling in, what this assessment is for you. The red rose, keyword is courage. Be brave, be strong, believe. I'm thinking that this choice, this direction you're being pulled into, this opportunity you have to reshape some already fairly significant achievement, accomplishment, organization, or resource is pulling you in a direction that is in a very dramatic contrast to what you've been doing or the nature of the opportunity you're being given. And it's making me go back to the idea that you have offers. You may have multiple offers, that others are seeing your potential to reshape an organization, an industry, a project in a way that you understand is vibing with the more internalized, more emotional, more imaginative and creative aspect of your vision. And for that, you're willing to work very hard personally and in strategizing this so that the impact on your relationships is beneficial. It's almost as though you're inviting others to participate with you in a new way. And this new way is not hierarchical as it may have been presented to you, or you may have experienced it to date, but it is a way in which you can work more equitably across the idea of a collaboration rather than as a top-down traditional or conventional organization of leadership. I hope this is helpful, Gemini. This is a most intriguing reading to me. It's interesting, and I'd appreciate your comments below if you have ideas about how this is impacting you. And we flipped out with the Soul's Journey card that says blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So this is bringing me back again to a big change that you're making in order to be responsible to who you truly are, because the sun leads the energy. You've been doing work behind the scenes to gather your resources, your energy, to develop yourself so that you're ready to make this change. This change that it represents at some level a fairly radical shift to the way that you've been working in the past and the impact it will have on your relationships. I hope this has been helpful to you. I will remind you that I'm going to develop an extended reading from this, and the link will appear in the description box below. Until next time, Gemini, Namaste.